Hello, everybody. Welcome to another exciting episode of Omnibros Live on a Thursday night. It's your boy Gio here from Manga Geekdom, and I'm joined by Comic Salad Podcast co-host Jim Joe Babalu. How you doing, Jim Joe?
Good. I feel like the comic salad is basically Jess and I talking about all the food stuff on the
Hell yeah! I need to make like logos for that. That's my next assignment. Um, Thank you for joining me tonight. We're gonna talk a whole bunch of solicits. We got some major haulage and answering any questions from the lovely chat. So thank you everybody in the live chat. We appreciate it as always. If you would be so kind, hit the like button and share the video. Comment down below later on, all that fun stuff. You know what to do. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Let's give a shout out to our sponsor, InStockTrades.com, for making tonight's broadcast happen. InStock Trades is your go-to destination for all collected editions, your one-stop shop for everything you need in the world of omnis, trade paperback, hardcovers, manga, and more, with great discounted prices, free shipping in the US at orders that start at $50, and there's a loyalty discount that adds an extra 2% off to your book orders if you make them on a weekly basis. Go check them out, InStockTrades.com. Let me show you the main website over here so you can see what's happening. Okay, enough of that. Let me zoom in a little bit. Sorry. Whoa, look at that. So these are the current deals of the week. We revealed that on Monday. So if you want to tune in for the new ones, you got to watch that Monday stream. We'll give you the info. You got your new releases right here, and your top sellers, of course. Look at that. I don't care for this Superman book, but I love this cover with the T-Rex. That's awesome. And over here, there's a bunch of sales happening. We got the 24-hour flash sale. So today you can get the Life is Strange Deluxe Edition hardcover, Volume 1, from $24.99 down to $9.99, 60% off. That's pretty cool. If you're a fan of the video game, you can get the deluxe edition. There are creator spotlights and publisher sales happening. James Tynion IV, Yoshihiro Togashi. You got a publisher sale on Mad Cave, Massive, and Maverick, and another one for Ablaze, Abrams, and Aftershock. There's also a character spotlight on Green Lantern, Green Arrow. But since this is a manga show, I'm just going to click on the creator spotlight for Togashi. So you can get Hunter x Hunter, either the 3-in-1s or the single editions, for an extra 5% off, as well as Yu Yu Hakusho, fan favorite, right there. So go check them out. InStockTrades.com. Shout out. We love them. Boom. There you go. Thank you, everybody. Best Mod Kane, good evening, all. Happy Friday Eve. Warren in the house. Warren, what's up? It's been a minute. Yo. Theo, thank you for joining. Appreciate it. We will be talking about Kodama. Yeah. Matthew, James, everybody, let's go. Jim, Joe, and Geo show. It rhymes. I like that. That's fun. Yu Yu Hakusho is such a classic. Panel to reads. My haul is 1 through 11 of Kurosagi Corpse Delivery Service, all for $14. Damn. Good job. Speaking of haulage, let's just get into it. What you got? You told me you had like 1 billion packages that arrived.
I did have 3 packages arrive today, and I had one arrive later in the day after the show I did with Jess. And I already posted a couple of those books in your Discord. So people saw that I got a couple of Omnis, but let's rip into it. So one thing we have been watching, huh?
Yeah. No, never mind. Keep going.
So we have been watching Umaru-chan recently. I mentioned that as well in your Discord.
Yeah.
It is a lot of fun. This was a Geo commendation, by the way. Because Geo was the one who told me to buy the Blu-ray back when I did. and I am now watching it like 3 years later.
Let's go.
Because,
Better late than never. That's okay. I don't mind.
yeah,
I've done that.
my to watch pile of like, especially my anime, is a lot crazier than my to read pile. But anyway, because of us, myself and especially Carly, have both been loving it, we wanted to keep going with it, and I got the first 2 volumes of the manga in today. I have more of the manga coming, but it hasn't arrived yet.
Hell yeah.
Got these off of eBay for very cheap, so I was excited about that. And this is a super exciting addition to that, which also just arrived today. I have mentioned in the past that I have a friend who works at High Dive, and I texted them that we had been watching Umaru-chan and how much we were enjoying it. And and then a few days later, I was like, "Hey, I didn't realize there was a second season. Do y'all have copies on hand? Because they're kind of crazy as far as the price goes." And they were like, "Yeah, let me check it out." And then a couple days later, they texted me, and they had found a copy of season 2 at the Sentai warehouse.
Nice.
Came by earlier today, dropped that off for me in person, as well as bringing a couple of extra little Umaru-chan gifts, a little Umaru stress ball type thing, and a little vinyl keychain.
Oh, look at that. Oh, nice, with the Coke bottle.
Cola. So
Nice.
I'm very excited. That was really cool of them to not just find that for me, but also bring me the, like, hand deliver it with the extra goodies. So that was fun. I wasn't expecting a visitor today, but there we go.
That series is so clippable with how funny her reacts are. I'm just using this one, which is my favorite of everybody, just all her personalities dancing. And this one's also one of my favorites, typing at the PC.
I enjoyed the whole scene where, like, they were parodying Sele and Evangelion.
Oh, yeah.
Like, she pulls out the like fake Gendo Ikari hands, and
Let's
she's
see
like,
if I can find it,
holding them down, and like, because her tiny arms are holding these 2 rods that have like the hands like this, and then she's just posed behind it, and they're like discussing what snack foods they should be getting from the store, because that's like one of her big things, is that she's at home always like drinking cola and eating snack food.
I can't find a GIF, but I can show a still from it.
Yeah, you can see the little fake hands in her hands, and you can also see they have the numbered seats and stuff, so it's very much an Evangelion spoof.
Love it.
Box number 2. This one should be an omnibus to replace something in my collection. I mentioned on the live show with Jess on Tuesday that we have been watching Doom Patrol, the series, and it has pushed me to want to reacquire all of my Doom Patrol books. And
had you seen the series before, or?
I had only watched the first season, so we are just starting season 2 now, and this is new material. So it's cool because, like, there's a lot of stuff in there, obviously, that's referencing back to Grant Morrison's run. And so now in season 2, we're getting Dorothy Spinner and her imaginary friends, so to say. But the Morrison run was the only one, luckily, that I had retained that didn't get stolen. Everything else Doom Patrol had been stolen, but a couple of the books are out of print, and I was able to find the John Byrne collection for cover price. So
Nice.
Sucks that I had to buy it again. It sucks that I had to oh no, I spent over cover price. I thought it was $100.
Oh, no.
I made I'm miffed on that one. So this is actually a $75 book, and I bought it for $100. But you know what? That's fine. I had seen it going for like 200 plus recently, so I was happy to find it for the price that I did. But the only one that is significantly out of print now that I need to find is the Bronze Age one. So I'm hoping that it'll get reprinted, but in the meantime, I'm just going to keep surfing the web until I find something that's closer to that cover price, the actual cover price, not my intended, not my assumed overprice or assumed cover price. That's funny though. I had no idea that I thought it was $100 book. Okay, then I've got a from our sponsor, instartrades.com. And this one, I'm not 100% sure what's in it. It's pretty light. So.
Ooh, live unboxing, everybody. You rarely get that on this channel.
The last two are also live unboxings. So everything is live right now. But a lot of packing material. These are from an order that I placed back on the 13th. So it's been about a month to arrive, because their manga sells quickly. But as long as it's still available from the distributor, they will leave these available for you to purchase. Okay, so we've got a stack of books that I've been waiting for a little while, and with this, I can now do my March haul video. Okay, so we got from Nakama Press is My Soulmate. I think this is the first. This is volume 1, but they're weird because they put volume 1 on books that are just single volume releases. I think this one actually might have a second volume. I don't know. It says the end at the end. You never know with Nakama what's going on.
Right.
Then I've got Nue's Exorcist Volume 5. Gio's favorite series, The Elusive Samurai, Volume 19.
I did like the anime, though.
One of my favorite series, not speaking ironically, that was a jab at Gio because I know he's not a big fan of The Elusive Samurai, but 111 of One Piece. We're still in Egghead, according to the cover, because I think they're just getting to Elbaf in this volume. So I imagine the next volume, I haven't checked what it shows online, but I never imagine volume 112 is going to say Elbaf on the cover. Magical Girl Dandelion, volume 1.
Nice.
Kira Failing in Love, volume 1. And the final volume, volume 37 of Komi Can't Communicate.
She finally communicated.
As well as Welcome to the Ballroom, volume 12. It's been a very long time since they've had a new volume of this one, and I'm still searching for volume, I think, 7, if I'm not mistaken. That is it. I think there was one more book in that order that they haven't sent yet. So I got that one canceled. I think it was the most recent volume of Tsumiki Ogami's whatever.
Shoot, Not So Ordinary Life.
Not So Ordinary Life. Yeah, I couldn't remember the full title. So the Wolf Girl one, and then a few more Omnis. These are the ones that I got the other day. I posted about the Thunderbolts in your Discord. So Jess gave me volumes 1 and 2 to replace my stolen copies, and then I bought the other 3 of the Omnis. So this is volume 3. This wraps up Fabian Nicieza's run. And then we have, this is basically volume 6, Thunderbolts Uncaged by Jeff Parker. This is when they have Luke Cage. This is very, very much like the Suicide Squad. Like before this, the Thunderbolts were not like exactly an analog to the Suicide Squad. But this one very much is Luke Cage kind of acting as the Rick Flag character and taking a team of supervillains out of the raft to go on secret missions and stuff. to reduce time on their sentences, and if they do things wrong, then they die basically. So that was the very, very much Suicide Squad adjacent run, but it was very good. I really loved that run. The only thing I hate is that this has a Greg Land cover.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, it's. I wish literally anyone. I don't remember if this had a DM cover. I think it did. I think the DM was the one with like Luke. I'll have to look into it, but if it did have an alternate cover that was not by Land, I'm pretty sure that's what I had before. And then the next volume after this was the Thunderbolts Red from Marvel Now. That was the one where the Red Hulk was the leader. I got that one a while ago, so that's not in my current haul. And now I have all the Thunderbolts Omnis again, and I am ready for the Dark Reign Omnibus, which has the Warren Ellis, Andy Diggle, Christos Gage, and also includes the Fight Bolts run, which was very unexpected. I thought they were just going to skip past that. And I got 2 Hulk Omnis, again, to replace books that were stolen. First up, the John Byrne and Joe Casey Omnibus. This follows directly after... this is the material that follows directly after Peter David's. So if you have Peter David 1 through 4, this comes after volume 4, and then after this is the Dogs of War run by Paul Jenkins. Hopefully that gets reprinted as an omnibus at some point. That was just an oversized hardcover. And then after that is the upcoming, I think it's Return of the Monster is what they called it, omnibus by Bruce Jones. Then after that is some of the material, at least, from the Peter David volume 5. And then after that is Planet Hulk, World War Hulk, and then all the Greg Pak stuff. And then I'm just not going to go down the whole line of stuff, but there's a lot. And then I got Maestro, which is all of the different Maestro-related material that Peter David did over the years with different artists. So it does include the classic Hulk Future Imperfect, as well as issues 460 to 461. Those are in the Peter David Omnis. But the reason why I wanted these is because they also include the Future Imperfect 1 through 5. I believe that was from Secret Wars, that one. And then there's the 5-issue Maestro miniseries, Maestro War and Pax 1 through 5, Maestro World War M 1 through 5, and then a bunch of other material. So I wanted to grab this one because of all of the subsequent Maestro, or the more recent Maestro stuff, which was some of the latest work that Peter David did before he passed away. So those 4 books, the 2 Thunderbolts and the 2 Hulk Omnis, I ordered from Fanaticals on eBay. They are selling these books for about the same price that you can find them at like Ollie's. So if you don't have an Ollie's nearby, this is a good option for you. However, they do charge shipping per book, so you don't get like a discount on the shipping for ordering multiple things, which kind of sucks, but they're super cheap. So I couldn't complain that much about that aspect. The shipping is funny though, because they, as like material, as packing material, they use books. So they used like a bunch of
interesting
size, like black and white books that I'm assuming they were just like pennied out from somewhere, and they like put them through the machine that like crimps packing material. Yeah. And so they're all like chopped up and stuff, and they're like, I would bring one in, but they like are flaky, like they leave debris everywhere. So like the books were surrounded with these things, and then on top of them, to like make up the extra space, they included the Moon Knight art book.
Oh wow.
So I got I got a free art book.
Damn.
Yeah, that was just more filler. But yeah, so they, as far as I know, Fanaticals just gets a lot of the like distributor overstock stuff. So like these are all books that once they're gone, they're gone. And someone had said like at Comics Pro a couple months ago that like once they sell out of the stuff they have now, that they're not really going to have anything else, so they're probably going to disappear. Just because of basically Marvel's current or not current, but like what they said their strategy going forward was going to be, which is basically not doing nearly as many, as big of print runs, and then not doing as many reprints. So that's, if you order from Fanaticals though, just keep in mind that they take about 3 weeks to ship, and it's like across the board. And that's it. That's what my haul today.
Hell yeah, dude. I don't have a haul. I mean, I showed off some books on Monday, but that's about it. But you more than covered for everybody.
Hauled for the both of us.
Mike in the chat, I think the 2 DC Finest Doom Patrol covered the Bronze Age era.
I do not do paperback for comics though. Like I know that here I'm Jim Joe Babalu right now, but I'm the Omnibus collector. So I think the name kind of
Jim Joe Babalu.
But I actually like actively, before the whole theft even happened, I was selling all of my paperbacks outside of like a very few select things, which those very few select things wound up getting stolen anyway, so it didn't really matter that I was still hanging on to them. But yeah, I got to the point where I was like, every time an omnibus is announced, if I already have the paperback, I just wind up selling the paperbacks. So why don't I cut the middleman out and stop buying the paperbacks and don't worry about like reselling them, and then I'll just wait. And anything that's not in an oversized hardcover format, I will just be satisfied reading it digitally if I need to.
Right.
So I made that switch a little while ago.
Hey, longtime friend of the show, Matt. How you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing okay. What's up, homie? Let's see. H-Field, what's up? Let's go. Geosiskers chill. Can confirm. Thank you. Here's the link if you guys want to join. Appreciate it. That's my social media right there. You can find me on social media, but I'm not like using it for the purposes that it's supposed to be used. I'm just using it for fun. I stopped caring about X or Y platform. I wish the manga market could get to a point where both softcover and hardcover version was the norm. I don't love. Yeah, but
I don't know that we'll ever get to that point, just because it's not really that way in it's not really that way in the host country in Japan. And B, because the vast majority of people would wind up buying the paperbacks, making the more expensive hardcover editions unviable, because it would cost too much for them to produce a hardcover of every single book and hope that people buy it.
Right. The culture is not there, because whenever they announce a big deluxe edition, if you read the comments on social media, everybody gets really upset about it. I'm like, okay, fine, you win. You want the dingy, meek, small edition of your favorite book, but okay, cool.
It's funny.
And not the oversized deluxe hardcover.
If people get kind of up in arms, they're like,
how am I supposed to read this? I'm like, I don't know, with your eyes.
They're fine if like it's something that's available in like, you know, like suggested, like both paperback and hardcover, but that's not always the case. And so in some things, like whenever DC or not DC, Dark Horse announced like Old Boy, for instance, people are like, oh, it's back in print, but like I want to be able to just have normal paperback edition.
Right.
But yeah, I think that we need to, there's a lot of things in the industry, in the manga industry, that need to kind of get fixed a little better before they can start doing that kind of stuff.
Right. Hopefully it happens. William Lee, thank you for joining. Appreciate it. As always.
I started bleeding out of nowhere. I like touched my leg and I looked at my finger and it was covered in blood, and I was like, what the hell?
Was it one of the packaging or something? Like it grazed you without
I
you
think
noticing?
it like something hit like a scab or something, and
Ah,
not the scab that I had on my leg.
the books are making you bleed now. Damn.
Yeah, I know they're attacking me.
Um, okay, chat. We have a bunch of what is it? License announcements. Sorry, that we're gonna go over. So let's just get started. Was it Friday or whenever it was? Yen Press announced some books. Of
Friday or
course,
Saturday.
they don't like to wait for us, you know.
Yeah, they don't do Thursday announcements.
So let me do this. Let me share my screen. Okay. If you missed our announcements, here's a quick recap of the new titles joining our lineup. Good God, I hate this website. Okay. What? Yeah. Sorry. The first book in here, I'm having trouble reading it through my main monitor, so that's why I'm switching over to this one. 2 a.m. at the Dining Table by Tomoyo Kondo. Mom should be dead, but every day the dining table is full. Maria is a gyaru haunted by her mother's ghost, but the spirit who appears before her one night is a surprisingly cute young girl who looks like a doll. I don't know anything about it, but I'm really excited to check it out. It sounds fun.
The art looked really familiar, but I don't see anything else by that creator, so I don't know whose art it looks like to me.
Right. The next one is simply called N, which is very mysterious and funny at the same time. This is by Kuru Mwakumu and art by NC and GM. I don't know what I just said there. The disappearance of 5 middle school boys, the slaughter of an elementary school class, Jesus, a reckless driving accident claiming 2 victims, and left behind at each crime scene the letter N. With just a single clue to their identity, rumors begin to spread of the culprit behind being the religious order N of urban legend, but they should have been destroyed 2,000 years ago. So just what in the world is N? I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to find out.
The artist's name is apparently Nico and Game.
How do you get that from NC? What? I hate when they do that.
Because I was trying to look to see if that the creators had done anything else that's available in English, just to mention it. And on Baka updates or manga updates,
Like right there, folks. I'm looking it up. Bless you. Bless
yeah,
you.
artist it said Nico Togame. I guess Nico Togame. And then it was like associated names NC and GM.
I hate that, but okay. And then Kuru Muakumu, is that right? I don't know.
Yeah, they have it credited on here as 2 names, Kurumu, Akumu.
Kuru. Oh, I see.
So that's, I guess, their how they stylize it is as one word.
Right. Next one is the record of fantastical nomenclature. Am I reading that right, or did I butcher it?
Nomenclature.
Nomenclature. Oh my god. Good god. I am terrible at this. By Maki Komatsu. Iori. Oh my god. Sorry, folks. I can't read anything tonight. Iori Midorisawa can see invisible creatures. He used to illustrate them too until one fateful day made him stop for good. That's when Mika, a mysterious author, commissions him from a project to bear witness to the invisible and protect the unknown. That one sounds pretty cool. I like that. He's got
this one is only 2 volumes according to Baka.
They should have just put them all in one, like a omnibus.
Yeah. It's a 2-volume shoujo supernatural, and this creator has done a few other series. I'm trying to see if any of them have been published in English, but I don't think that they have. Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Yes, one of them has been licensed in English. It doesn't say by whom, but Chitose Oni, or the Immortal Demon, is another series of theirs that's been licensed. It's on Manga Plaza. Also only 2 volumes long. And then Alice Tachi no Hyohon is
That one. Sure.
not licensed in English. So yeah, they've had one other series licensed in English digitally.
So that one's pretty cool. Then we have Full Metal Panic Family. I haven't followed this franchise in years. This is by Ohige Kamisori, Shoji Gato, and Shikidoji. It's been 20 years since the fierce final battle. Sosuke and Kaname are husband and wife, as well as loving parents to their children, Nami and Yasuto. A life of peace and quiet is the last thing you'd ever see from this family. When you have parents like this, every day is bullets and bombs galore. Okay. I only remember the original anime. That's it. But that's cool. I like the cover, though. It's fun. The other one here is Tokujo-chan, The Girls Who Brighten Your Day by Neko Mugi. Have you ever met a Tokujo-chan? Whether it's doing your commute to school or on the train to work or even in the corner of a classroom, you can always count on those babes to bring a little titillating joy into your humdrum routine. What am I reading? From sugary sweet glances to hot casual touches that electrify. Find out more about the world of Tokujo-chans in this collection of exquisite full-color moments that's sure to fulfill your daily dose of joy. Okay. Are they like not safe for work spirits that show up? Well, what's happening there?
I was trying to find that creator and I couldn't find them real easily, so I have no idea.
Sugary sweet glances to hot casual touches that electrify. Okay. The other one here is Defying Expectations with Gravity Magic to be Unparalleled. This is by Erika Kanbara and Kazuki Ichimori. Wade had hoped for one of the big 4 elements, but he got stuck with Slowpoke magic. Hey, that's a Pokemon. A power that just makes things heavier. Come on, who wants that? Resigning himself to a life of mediocrity, Wade laments the exciting future he always longed for until he regains the memories from his past life and realizes this isn't Slowpoke magic, it's gravity magic. Armed with an understanding of physics this world hasn't yet achieved, Wade sets out to test the limits of his new powers and show everyone he's got what it takes to be a world-class adventurer. Cool. And then this is for Yen On, which we're not going to talk about. And there you go. Are these all Yen On?
I know they did a few. I think so.
No. Okay, never mind. But you can see them here. You can pause it if you want. That's a big ass bee, though. Jesus, look at that. It's the size of her head. So that's pretty cool. Out of all these, the one I'm most interested in is the first one. 2 a.m. at the dining table. I want to find out what's up with the haunting at that house. I hope she survives it. Josh does not like the text with that cover. Cool. Which one? Which cover? There's so many. I think it's this one. Probably this one. But this is not final, so
yeah,
they'll spruce it up for the English release.
Usually they'll take a lot of the text boxes and stuff off of the cover.
Also, if someone's watching this stream and you're getting this book, let me know what the deal is with the spirits thing here. What's happening in this book? Let me know. So that's Yen Press. That's cool. Shout out. Then you know what? Kodama. Why not? Kodama announced something that I never saw coming. Holy crap. Step back into the ring with new grappler Baki. So this is coming November of this year. If it'll open, what the hell? Well,
So
you can see it.
I think October should be the last, but let me double check.
Action series. Keisuke Tagaki. So we have the cover for volume 1 and the cover for volume 2 right there. Shout out.
So this is going to be this is the second series. It's going to be 17 volumes, collecting the original 31 volume part. So it is very close to being an even 2-in-1 for everything. I'm trying to see how far we have listings on Amazon so I can check for sure, like, because it should start up the month after, but my head wants to make sure exactly. I know we have 18 comes out in June.
Sorry.
So there might be a month in between.
Okay.
Might finish off the first series and then have a month before the second series starts up.
But how long is the second series?
This will be 17 volumes.
17? Okay, got it.
So they'll do 2 a month again until that last month. They'll probably just do 1. And then we'll see how long they'll go before starting up the third part, because I know that before they said as long as it's still successful enough that they can continue licensing it,
yeah,
they plan to do 1 per year. So I don't know if that means 1 after the other, or if they'll be like, oh, this is only 17, so we're gonna pause for a while before doing the third part. And if that's the case, they're gonna pause for quite a little while.
How many parts is Baki? Like 4 or 5?
I think they're on 7, 6 or 7.
Wow.
I tell you, they're on part 6. So after this one, New Grappler Baki, or it was originally titled just Baki. After this is Baki Hanma, which is 37 volumes, and then Baki Do, which is 22 volumes. Baki Do is Baki/Do, or Baki-Do, and then part 5 is Bakido, one word, with no hyphen in between.
Okay.
And then part 6 is Baki Rahen. Bakido is 17 volumes. Baki Rahen is 5 so far. But there are a lot of Gaiden series. There's Grappler Baki Gaiden Tokuben Tsuhen Saga, Baki Scarface, Baki Hanma 10.5 Gaiden Pickle, Baki Gaiden Gaia, Baki Domo, Baki Gaiden Kizuzura, Gaiden Engine, Yuenchi Baki Gaiden, Baki Revenge Tokyo.
Oh my god, keeps going.
Grappler Baki Remake, Baki Gaiden Retsu Kaio Isekai Tensei Shitemo Iko Kamawan, Baki Gaiden Gaia to Sikorsky Tokidoki Nomura Fatari Dakero Sannin Kurashi, and Baki Gaiden Hana no Chiharu.
Wow. I guarantee you 90% of that will not make it here.
Yeah, I guess it really depends on how successful they find everything to be, but like that is a lot of material, because like I don't know how many each has. It's like one volume. A lot of them are shorter, 8 volumes, 1 volume.
They could do like an omnibus of these Gaidens.
Yeah, if the licensor allows for it, for sure. 3 volumes, 1 volume, 8 volumes. I think this is 1 volume, 2 chapters, so not even 1 volume. 14 volumes. This one actually might still be going. The one with the long title is an isekai where one of the characters is reincarnated into another world.
Of course.
8 volumes and 3 volumes. So I think at least 2 of them are still ongoing. The isekai and then another spin-off that's set between a couple of fights. I think both of those might still be ongoing. You know a series is successful when it has an isekai spin-off. So I apologize for so many others that don't have the isekai spin-off, but you know who else does is Lupin the Third.
Yeah, baby. I was gonna say you could, if they get everything, you could have a full Baki the Grappler shelf with so many titles. That's insane.
Whole bookcase.
Just Baki.
I imagine it would take up at least 3 shelves if that got, because that's about 154 volumes currently, just the main series. And each volume that they're doing is roughly 2 in 1. So one shelf, one Billy bookcase across usually holds about 49 volumes. So that's going to be like 25 plus, probably closer to 30 volumes of the 2 in 1s that they publish. So it'll take 2 shelves plus into a third just for the main title. And with everything from the spin-offs, it would at least fill up that third one, maybe bleed into a fourth. So it would take up about half of a bookcase.
There's some comments here. The faces for Baki still bother me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same. What, Josh?
In the butt?
What
in the butt?
Oh, for we want more Lupin what? That's the what do you call it? The neighboring, the isekai one that you mentioned.
It's
Princess something neighbor. I know what you're talking about.
Neighbor World Princess.
Yeah. So that was a spin-off, Josh, where the Lupin gang cross over into another world. I'm not going to spoil what happens.
Sansei Neighbor Warudo Princessu. They just used katakana for the whole thing. I was reading it to read off the actual like original title, and I didn't realize that it was all katakana. It's not all katakana. So what? I guess they have a lot of loan words for that title. But yes, it is a, let's see, Lupin gang are chased by Inspector Zenigata after stealing the gold coins of a non-existent country that have been passed down from generation to generation in the Ikai family. Shortly after, they dives at the end of a strange door in a different world. That was, I think it should say they dive into a strange door into a different world. I don't know. Lupin III, summoned into a different world, meets Princess Aish, the first princess of the Isopemia kingdom, who's being chased by her own soldiers, and both of them have decided to aim for the royal capital. In addition, Daisuke Jigen and Sumuna, dwarf, finally join together with Goemon Ishikawa and Kishara, half-elf, after repelling the group of goblins. So it's a fantasy world where they join up with a dwarf and a half-elf to fight goblins.
There you go.
And it is it wrapped up in, I guess, 2022, 18 volumes. It might still be going. I don't know. But it's 18. It's pretty long, all things considered.
For a spin-off, yeah, that's way too long.
Yeah.
Does IST sell any Kodama books?
Oh, it's still going. No,
it's still ongoing. Nice.
Yeah, it's still going since August 2021. It has 19 volumes so far. They do not, because Kodama's distributor is Independent Book Group or whatever, independent group publisher. I don't remember what it's like, IGP or something. And IST uses Lunar and PRH. I think those are the only two that they order from. Maybe there's another, I don't know, but I don't think that they order from the distro.
That's the case. What does an IST have an isekai series?
What do you think the I in IST stands for?
And the S.
Isekai, Sekai, Tekai.
I ordered a book from InStock Trades and ended up in another world. What am I gonna do now? When you open the box, it transports you into another world. So they announced these two yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. I was a little bit bummed out because I'm not a fan of the Baki franchise, so this was not for me. And then today, they did another announcement, which this was part of the leak, right?
The other one was part of the leak. I don't remember. This one might have been, but I just
I
forgot.
remember this.
You do? Okay. Baki, I know was, and then I think the other thing that they haven't, I don't think that they've officially announced that one by Tetsuo Hara yet, the like Cyber Blue or whatever it was called, or did they?
I don't remember.
I don't recall them doing the official announcement. So I thought that this was going to be that one. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't care if I'm wrong or not. I just am telling why I was surprised by this one is because I thought that it was the other one, and I did not remember this one getting announced because I don't pay a ton of attention to the leaks.
This one is The Magical Forest of Hoshigahara by Hisai Iwaoka. It's a slice of life fantasy book, and it's coming November of this year. I believe people were excited for this online when it got leaked. So that's cool. I like the art though. I might check it out. We'll see.
It's the same creator as the series Saturn Apartments that Viz publishes through their signature line.
Interesting.
I think I might still be missing one volume of that, or did someone help me with that one? I'm trying to double check my list.
Cyberblue hasn't been officially announced. It's still listed on Barnes and Noble though.
Okay, I didn't know it was on Barnes and Noble, but I was pretty sure that it had not been officially announced yet. I try not to pay too much attention to leaks because often they don't have fully correct information.
Right.
Where is my list? Manga to buy. There it is. Very aptly named list I have here.
Manga to buy.
I have all of Saturn Apartments now. Okay, cool. I was missing one for a little while, but someone helped me out with it.
Let's go. Do you know if they're going to make more announcements, or if it's just these two or these three books?
Said just these announcements because when they first started, they said we have an announcement for the next 2 days, for the 22nd, 23rd.
Oh, shout out to Kodama. That's cool. I will give them props because I'm a nobody, and I suggested on social media it would be cool if at some point, because I have a sixth sense for this stuff. I knew that these announcements were not going to be Geo books. They were not going to be yokai related, none of that. But I still asked, like, could we expect some yokai books in the future? And they were kind enough to respond, which I appreciate. So just to stay tuned, but they'll take note and pass it along. I appreciate that. Nobody else cares about what I have to say, so that was pretty cool. I enjoyed that.
I care.
Well, I meant like none of our people here of us, like actual, like real world businesses and stuff. Like I'm just one of the many.
But I think that it's, you know, when you have one person that says something and they say it kindly and like patiently, I guess, and you're just saying like, could you consider some yokai titles? It's easy for them to be like, you know what? Let's look into that, rather than having like someone screaming about the thing that they want every single day.
Let me find the actual tweet because I was just I made it up in my head because I forgot. I wrote
And
Dio. Yeah, go ahead.
did get pretty early on. They had I just want to point out that they had a lot of fans asking, will you do any shoujo titles? And they were like, we'll look into some. And then here they go. They have they're pulling some stuff out. So we have this one coming. And so that does show that they are paying attention to what people are saying they want.
Thank you. Hold on. Okay. I hope you can license some yokai manga in the near future. And then I used the eyes emoji, which is something that I frequently use everywhere. Because it's just me being sneaky, I guess. And Kodama says, "Oh, we'll look into it. Can't promise anything though." And I just hit a reply like, "Thank you." That's all I ask. Even if you never put anything yokai related, that's okay. Because at least you kindly said that. I'm like, cool. That's all I asked for.
Yeah.
So shout out to Kodama. Kana, on the other hand, putting out, or they announced one book coming out May of 2027. We have a whole year to wait for this thing. Kana is proud to announce My Dear, A Mystery for You, Volume 1 will release in 2027. This is the hardcover book, right? Or am I making that up?
No, that's correct.
Because they know that they've done a hardcover book before. So
yeah, that was the one that after I shared the announcement link in your Discord, one of the members of your Discord had said something about it being their first hardcover. And then I was like, well, they did this one in October. And then that person was like, oh, their editor said that it was their first in Discord server, and it was their editor Christina or Tina had said like, this is our first hardcover release at Kodama, and I was like, or at Kana, and I was like, I don't know, man. Like they did the 24 frames per second. My Life in 24 frames per second came out last October. It was a single volume hardcover like autobiography about a director.
I guess for their headcanon, it doesn't count. I don't know.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know, like if there's a specific reason why they would come back. If I was to be like, what about this? If they would be like, well, that I don't count that because of XYZ. I don't know. I don't know what reason there would be, because I double checked. It was not Abrams. It was from Kana. It is a manga that was published first in Japan. It was in a hardcover. So I was like, it checks off all the boxes. I don't know why they just forgot about it, I guess. Poor book got forgotten.
The hell? What can you tell us about this one? Do you know about this license?
I don't, but I saw a lot of fans
like some excitement on Twitter.
Yeah, the Shoujo and Josei fans were excited because of the creator themselves.
Author of Killing Line, Morie Satoshi.
Which Killing Line is one that is I think digital at the moment, if I'm not mistaken. So that it's people were excited to have something coming physically from the.
And it's a hardcover. Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out. I hope it holds up when you open it.
The hardcover that they did looked a lot nicer than the paperbacks they've been doing. So I will say that.
Sorry, go ahead.
That was end of statement. I was just saying I will say that.
My brain is weird tonight. Never mind. Let me finish the segment and then I'll tell you something that happened. I talked about it with Jess on Monday. It's manga related. Anyways, so this is coming out. Pretty cool. I don't know anything about it. I don't know if I'll check it out, but I do like the cover. It's all white and with really fun selective colorings there. And then Seven Seas, we're going to go to Anime News Network because too lazy to pull up every single picture. This segment is brought to you by whatever this character is. That's cool. Let me zoom in.
Syndrome.
Right. And the other one, I don't know. Syndrome something. Rhythm Psychosis. That's what...
Yun Syndrome Rhythm Psychosis out now on Steam.
Wish listed on Steam or whatever. Or just order it because it's out now. Get it on your Steam Deck that I could never find. Bastards. Anyway. Audiobook. No, we're skipping that. Light novel. No, we're skipping that. Okay. Another light novel. Yeah. Although I do have to mention that this title made me laugh because I don't know what's happening here. In another world with my cat, a software engineer uses code to master magic and build a territory. That's pretty wholesome.
Maybe it'll have a manga that gets licensed later.
This is the light novel, but we have the manga version, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the second one is the manga.
There we go. I became a necromancer after beating up my angel guide and accidentally triggered the apocalypse. This is something that would happen to me. It's pretty funny. Let me read the summary here. Line? I don't know. Line. Thought she was merely playing the brand new VR MMO Melties Online, but when she goes off script and punches her angelic guide, she stumbles upon a hidden event. Suddenly, she's a necromancer, befriending monsters and getting stronger than ever. Every chaotic choice leads her to new party members, and eventually, she and her group become the world's ultimate threat, from one disaster-level mistake to the next. Lane is kicking off a new life and a new apocalypse. I saw some of the art earlier, and it looks really cool. I like it. I dig it. So there you go. The other one made me chuckle because I thought, did they make a manga about giant elf ladies? And because I saw the dude in the middle, and I thought he was a regular sized human, and these were just giants. But then I learned that that was not it. Kidnapped by elves, I went from potion factory alchemist to accidental hero. This is by Kazuki Tora and Futsunoni-chan. This comes out in January, the first volume. Court mage Judius has incurred the wrath of the third prince of the kingdom and is demoted to mere sweatshop alchemist. There he toils until a pair of beautiful and scantily clad elf girls appear. The moment he shoves his face in those mind-boggling bosoms, he's bound by their magic, and the adventure begins. Will Kaiser's righteousness win the day, and how will he spend his nights? All right, shout out. That sounds pretty wholesome, I guess. But I thought they were giants, which I don't know. Maybe my version would have been a hit as well.
Maybe.
And then there's an elvish theme running throughout this round of solicits. The apothecary is gonna make this ragged elf happy. This is by Kyo Ayasaka, Shingi Hosokawa, and Giba-chan. This comes out in March of next year. An apothecary lives a quiet life selling potions and medicine in a country village until one day he's approached with a devil's bargain. A pawnbroker offers him the perfect ingredient for crafting legendary medicine, but the ingredient turns out to be a mortally wounded elf. Legend has it the flesh and bones of elves can be ground up into a true panacea, and this elven maiden is on the brink of death after being ruthlessly tortured by slavers. Filled with rage, the apothecary vows to nurse her back to health and happiness, no matter what it takes. This was originally a fan favorite webcomic. It's a full-length series bringing these characters to life. I believe one of the earliest one-shots for this series was not safe for work, but everything else is safe for work. And the art is really good. I did see some preview pages from the Japanese side, and I dug it. So, and then we have Sworn Brothers on the Farm by Habo. This comes out in February of next year. It's a BL book. Ayo used to be the top earner at the host club he worked at, and Ani used to be in the Yakuza. Now they're both turning over a new leaf, working as tomato farmers. As these two city boys get used to country life, Ayo decides to use his considerable charm to make Ani fall for him. But Ani turns out to be a challenge. One moment he's nice and protective of Ayo. The next second he's acting cold and trying to push Ayo away. Can they put their shady past behind them and build a future together? I don't know. I'm gonna have to find out when you pick up the book. And then the last one, this is pretty cool. Into the Night, Yaosobi Stones collection. This is a light novel, but for once, I'm actually going to talk about it because it's related to something that I like, which is the band, the music group. The stories behind the songs. Ever wondered where trending musicians like Japan's Yaosobi, known for their explosive debut in 2020 and topping the Billboard Japan Hot 100 chart, find inspiration? This collection of short stories features the works that directly inspired the hit debut single Into the Night, as well as their other top songs, including Tracing a Dream, Probably, Encore, and Halcyon. Experience the gripping prose and develop a whole new love for the original music that was born from them. This story collection also includes stunning illustrations created by music video artists, originally only available in Japan special edition and limited edition releases. Shout out. That's cool. Comes out in January. I might actually pick this up because I am a big fan of the music group. They've done some really cool stuff. So there you go. A little bit of everything for everybody. If I had to choose, it would be this. It's a light novel, I know. That's weirding me out. And Apothecary Diaries. I mean, Apothecary is going to make the Ragged Elf happy.
That one and the one above it with the giant elf ladies.
Oh, you know what? I'll check it out. Why not? Yeah, I'll do that too. They remind you know what they remind me of? Shantae. And I'm a big Shantae fan. So there you go.
Shanty.
Yes. And yeah, shout out. Interesting. And these two. So shout out to Seven Seas. Phew. I think that's all. I might have missed something. I have no idea. Watch tomorrow. Somebody's gonna be like, you know what? Surprise announcements at noon. I'm like, damn it.
Yeah, it's gonna be like Yen Press coming out again randomly with a handful of stuff.
Speaking of random, did you see that they're doing the Ribbon Hero, which is based off of Princess Knight?
Yes.
Let me show the thing because I know I saw the news article here.
The thing that's coming to Netflix, yeah.
Yeah. So there's this new movie coming out. It's called The Ribbon Hero, which is pretty cool. I like this visual key a lot. Turns out that it's based off of Princess Knight from Osamu Tezuka. So that's pretty cool. Sort of a reimagining, I guess. I'll definitely check it out. Let's see. For this film, I poured in my respect for Tezuka, the creator of Princess Knight, for blah blah blah, which lies at the root of the word, yada yada yada. This was made by Igarashi, which is the Yugi Igarashi, directing the director for the movie. There you go. So that's cool. I like that. It's not how you say it, but it's not what you say, but how you say it. That's true. Yeah. Josh is a professional international publisher. Damn. Great House Publishing presents something. Bang. About Baki, do you think if it continues to be a success for Kodama, other publishers would try to get the spin-off side stories?
It's not out of the question.
That could happen. Yeah.
It's definitely not, but it's usually not that common because well, no, for spin-off stuff it's different. I was gonna say like if like
look at sorry to interrupt, but look at Battle Royale. That Viz got that weird spin-off manga from
Viz got the well, they got both of the sequel spin-offs were written by the original novelist, and then Yen got the original series. But I think that there was like a bidding war for that one, so I think Yen like offered up a lot to get it. But what I was, because it's funny though, because Viz also publishes the novel, so they publish the novel, both of the other manga that are by the original novelist, but they don't have the manga adaptation, which is also by the novelist. And then no one has the 2-volume spin-off that's not by the novelist. But I was gonna say, like, if you were asking like if subsequent parts would go to different publishers, that's something that usually doesn't happen because like it's like the Kaiji situation with Denpa. Like Denpa's not going to pick up Kaiji beyond the first part, but there's a lot of doubt that anyone else would want to pick it up because then they would be basically kind of counting on the previous publisher to keep releasing like reprinting the first part so that people could feel like they could approach part 2 and onward. It would be like if Viz only ever did Stardust Crusaders like they first did with JoJo's and never started up the hardcovers, but then like Yen Press licensed JoJo's and they could do everything except for Stardust Crusaders, and then they have to count on Viz continuing to reprint it. But it would be different if it's a spin-off because the spin-offs don't always rely, especially like the Isekai one, doesn't like it's not like it's integral always have the main thing. So I don't know. We could see what happens, but I feel like that's probably going to be Kodama's baby going forward. That's just my opinion.
I did want to mention Matthew saw the Umez book that Udon was doing. Did we ever talk about that on this show?
The one by Udon?
Yeah, I found the listing on Amazon.
Umez from what didn't I thought that was like drawn in quarterly or something.
It says Udon and it's scheduled for October.
Oh,
Umez,
something else.
Tomes of Horror Serpent.
I was thinking of the Hino book.
No, yeah, we talked about that last week. I don't think we ever talked about Umez with Udon. That's a weird combination.
Yeah, I hope that it actually freaking comes out, man.
Let me go to Amazon. Ew. Okay, here it is. It's a hardcover, supposedly.
120 pages.
This primal fear of serpents creeps in with unsettling unease in the scaly face, along with Snake Girl and the silver-haired witch, and when the mouth rips to the ears. You fans of Umez will know that this was made into a very famous horror movie from back in was it the 70s?
I think I have that movie.
Arrow or Criterion or somebody, one of those boutique labels.
Yeah, it's
put the Blu-ray out.
It's Arrow. I just looked it up and I'm like, yeah, I have that cover.
So if you want to read the original, there you go. I'll get this. I'm not the biggest Umez fan, but I want this book.
Is the last one like a Yuki Onna or whatever story?
When the mouth rips to the I don't know. I mean, with this, it's snake themed.
Or not Yuki Onna. Who's the one with the slit? What's the name of the slit mouth lady?
Kuchisake Onna?
That's it.
Or whatever the hell. Maybe? I don't know.
Kuchisake Onna. What was it called? When the
mouth rips to the ears. Umez.
Looking that up is probably not the best idea.
Proceed, but no, I'm not gonna highlight any pictures. Look at that. Wait a minute. Oh. Cover to be revealed. Then what is this? No? Okay, never mind. But it is, you can see the solicit here. Oh my god, I don't care. Decline offer. Jesus. Close.
Go away.
Go away, dude. Oh my god. A sudden tragedy strikes the Numata sisters as the older sister collapses with a mysterious illness that leaves her unable to move her limbs. Her younger sister cares for her devotedly, but begins to grow suspicious of her sibling's strange behavior. Could she actually be a murderous snake in disguise? Ding, ding, ding. Cool. Hopefully it does come out and it's not delayed because it's Uda. But that is really exciting. Shout out.
I hope if there are, I'm gonna say right now, if there are a lot of delays, it's going to be because they are dealing with the estate of Kazuo Umez since he has passed, and um, that can make licensing a lot more difficult. So if there are delays, it means that they probably should have not announced it yet, as they were still working on. I mean, it could be a lot of things, but that's a big thing would be they might get delayed if they should have done more behind the scenes before announcing it to ensure that the license was handled correctly. That is a big possibility. Also, it is interesting because it's the first time that we've gotten an Umez title from someone other than Viz since since I forgot the title, but it was by IDW.
Oh, sorry.
IDW did Reptilia.
Oh.
So
IDW, I see what you mean. Okay.
IDW published the Reptilia volume, which had 3 stories: Scared of Mama, Spotted Girl, and Reptilia, back in 2007. So that one has been out of print for quite a while.
Wow.
But I won't be surprised if we see more Umez from other publishers than just Viz going forward.
Matt, thank you for joining, even though it's short. Just jumping in to say hey to Gio and Senor Babalu. Love you guys. Have a great rest of your night. I love that, Senor Babalu. Kane, you're leaving as well? What the hell? Everybody's leaving. I'm gonna head for bed. Starting to fall asleep. All right, take care. Good night. Good night. Just recently finished reading My Name is Shingo by Umez and really loved it, so I'll definitely be getting this release. Well, it is scheduled for October 20th, so hopefully it does happen, and we'll get a cover for that soon. I'm very interested to see what they do with the cover. I believe that covers everything. Before we head out, let me give a shout out to our sponsor, InStockTrades.com, your home for collected editions. When Umez, Tomb of Horror, whatever the hell, whenever that comes out, you'll find it at InStockTrades.com for great discounted prices on Omni's manga, hardcovers, and more. Free shipping in the US at $50 or more. And there's that loyalty discount, which adds an extra 2% off to your book orders if you make them on a weekly basis. Great packaging, wonderful customer service are 2 of many great things that you can find at InStockTrades.com. Yes, sir. So shout out to our lovely sponsor.
So at least one of the stories, now that I'm looking at it, in the Tomes of Horror, at least one of them is one of the stories from Reptilia.
Ooh, that's interesting. Okay.
So I'm trying to parse through the information to see, like, is it actually a 1-for-1 reprint under a different name with different names for the individual stories?
What are you reading?
Scrolling
back through some of the older comments, by the way, there are some very nice hardcover manga like Erased and For the Kid I Saw in My Dreams. Isanbe, nice.
So I was reading, and the because it does say adaptation of the Snake Girl and the Silver-Haired Witch based on the stories in here, but it's a trilogy of stories about Scared of Mama, and then Spotted Girl is a sequel to Scared of Mama, and then Reptilia is a prequel to Scared of Mama. So I need to find out.
My God. Bro, this is the craziest comment you've ever left, Josh. What the F?
in that it's indecipherable, or that it's
No. Well. If you think about it, yeah.
I think it is. I think that this is this new one from Udon is the entirety of the stories that were in, because it's also 320 pages long. So don't go out and try to track down Reptilia that was
Get
published
this instead.
by IDW. Just wait for Udon's release, and fingers crossed it doesn't get delayed. Fun fact though about Reptilia, it had a cover art by Ashley Wood, the artist that did stuff for like Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, really? Oh, wait. Yeah. I've seen that. I know what you're talking. Okay, let me pull it up for people. Yeah. I never got this damn book. The hell?
I purchased a copy on August 8th of 2023, and they never sent it to me.
Bastards. So
Yeah.
this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Although this is cool, but I want to see this one instead.
Yeah.
So maybe Udon will do this one. No, not save. What the hell? Yeah, look at that. Wow. My, what big eyes you have there. Shout out. Shout out to Josh. That's insane, dude. I did not want to highlight it, but I thought it was too funny to pass up. Cool. I mean, you do you, man. I'm not gonna judge.
The latter part of that didn't make any sense, so I'm assuming that you've already had some cocaine-laden manga today.
Wow, man.
Word salad at the end there.
The Reptilia had the most non-manga covers ever. Wasn't too bad to track down. Is it? It shouldn't be too expensive, but I don't want to.
It was, when I got it, I don't think it was, but again, they never sent it to me.
There you go.
But it's $35 used on Amazon right now, so no, it's not bad. Let me see what I got it for. $22.47 plus tax, so $24.32. So not bad. But again, I never received it, so I'm hoping that I got a refund, because it doesn't say so on here. But I don't think they would give me a refund 3 years later, just by me being like, "Hey, I never got this 3 years ago."
I mean, well, give it a shot. Who knows? Somebody will be like, you know what? Sure, I'll help you out.
Oh no, I did get a refund. Okay, I see.
Nice. I'm scrolling through social media to see if I missed anything. And I want to point out that they're doing a new Shantae swimsuit special. And I'm hoping that it gets collected as a trade or hardcover, and not just floppy issues, because I don't want to track down single issues. I am a big fan of Shantae. For anybody that's new here, I have all the games except no, I do have all the games. So shout out. I was thinking of Pirate's Curse, but that I have on the 3DS. I don't have it for the Switch, however. So you're saying it should arrive any day now? Yes. Can you imagine if it did arrive after all these years?
It would go to the wrong address.
Some other person would be like, what is this happening? We need a new Shantae game. There is a new Shantae game in development. The seventh one, or whatever the number is. They showed that brief teaser a couple months ago, I think. But there is a new one. They're making one for PS5 and Switch 2. It's gonna look like the other one, so don't expect like
I was about to ask, is it still a like side scroller?
I'm pretty sure it is. It's not gonna be anything revolutionary.
Or are they gonna go and do like Super Shantae 64 and have her in 3 dimensions?
That'd be cool. Let's see. Also, speaking of udon, next month is pretty cool. They got the Mega Man Deluxe Edition hardcover. I'm really excited for that. I can't wait. It's one of my most anticipated things of May. The Archie comics are being collected in deluxe hardcover. So I'll be getting that. And I'll be getting we're past the manga talk now, folks. If you want to bounce, that's okay. I am getting that and the new Sonic the Hedgehog IDW hardcover, the 5th volume. Or 5th? 4th? 6th? I don't know. Something like that.
Of what?
The Sonic IDW series.
I never continued buying those. I think I had just the first one, but I admittedly was not a huge fan of that series. So I was like, every time like one came out, I was like, I don't really feel like buying it.
It does get better. But
I read it for like I read it for like 30 issues. So yeah. I think if I was gonna enjoy it, I probably would have by then.
Right. Yeah, makes sense. Volume 6. I said 5, my bad. Volume 6.
I think I've expressed this to you, but I felt like they went on for way too long with the like storyline of the metal virus or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I kept returning to it and I was like, oh my gosh, can we just be past this already?
But speaking of Sonic, and Josh brings up Godzilla. Sonic and Godzilla, the comic is coming out soon. The art looks insanely great to me, and I'm excited. I can't wait. Shantae Adventure 2 battle, hell yeah, for the GameCube and Dreamcast. They're gonna be ported over there.
The Super Shantae 64 is actually not gonna be like Super Mario 64. It's gonna be like Superman 64, and it's gonna suck.
Jumping through rings.
Yeah,
as you fly or swim. Or
did you ever actually play that?
Superman?
Yeah.
I remember somebody rented it. I don't know if I did or a cousin of mine or something, but I do remember playing a little bit of it. And then years later as a ROM emulator thing.
That's pretty much my exact experience. Like one of my friends, around the time that game came out, we all went like to Blockbuster or Hollywood Video or whichever rental place, and they decided to rent Superman 64 because we were like, oh, this should be fun. It's a Superman game on N64, and like we're kids, A, and B, like we don't have as much of a reference, I guess, to check like especially like you do now, where you can just go online and be like, does this game blow or should I check it out?
Should check it out, yeah.
So we just, we picked it up and we were like, this is hard. Like this is, and that was, I think like at least for me, I was young enough where I don't think I comprehended like quality that much.
Yeah.
I was just like, I don't like this because it's difficult for me. And then later I came to find like, oh, it was difficult because it was ass. Like it just was terribly handled. Like the controls were terrible.
Did you play the Aquaman game for GameCube?
No. I was trying to think of other examples of games where I had.
It's better than Superman, but it's still terrible as well.
Much. The other game that I can recall that like I actually put some time into, and I remember it being really difficult for me at that age, was the Mission Impossible game that I think also was on N64.
Yeah.
I believe that one I had a hard time controlling, especially when you do like the scene where he drops through the thing and you have to like position him to drop through the lasers, but it's just really awkward because it's low poly, like just
Mm-hmm.
bullshit. Anyway, yeah, gaming in the 90s was cool.
In the 90s. My younger sister has been absorbed in the new Tomodachi Life. I really want to play that, but I can't get into another addictive game like that right now. My brain is consumed by Pokopia at the moment, so I need to one game at a time. But I do want to play Tomodachi Life. Looks like a lot of fun. Geo Google Godzilla Land. I have. It's fun. The chibi. Are you talking about the chibi Godzilla stuff? That stuff is great.
Trust us, we, especially Geo, but both of us, we know about all this stuff
We've dabbled in the Godzilla fandom.
in the dark arts of Godzilla.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
bad Superman 64 is a classic. Is remembered by many. Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't think
Some
that's
games are terrible and they're remembered as such.
they can be remembered, but that doesn't make it a classic.
I think of Superman 64 like ET on Atari, unplayable. They should just bury all the copies of Superman in a landfill. Call it a day. And the crazy thing is, if you go to price charting, and I Google Superman 64, a copy of Superman 64 for the Nintendo 64 goes for a whopping, check this out, or just listen to me. I'm not going to share my screen. For complete in box. At the moment, it's sitting at a comfortable $75.95.
Complete inbox?
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
The highest price point was back in October of 2022 when a complete inbox would sell for $112.
That's still pretty bad for a complete inbox game like that.
Yes.
How much is a loose copy?
Loose at the moment, you can get it according to price chart, $15.
Yeah, that's not.
It's mostly the fact that it's complete. If you're collecting complete in box Nintendo 64, you're probably going for like a set and stuff. So I get it. Plus the boxes, people would either throw away the boxes or they would get partially destroyed when we were kids. So to get a good box, that makes it a little bit more expensive.
Yeah, I tossed them.
It happened with the Game Boy games a lot more.
Yeah, I'd toss all my N64 and all my Game Boy games, but the friend who rented it that I was talking about, actually, I think it was more his brother. He had an older brother that was like in high school at the time, kept the boxes, and they had them kind of like on a floating shelf in their bedroom. And I remember thinking, like, that's weird. Why are you keeping the boxes? And then now I'm like, oh.
Oh, yeah. Here's something insane. I don't want to brag or anything. I don't want people getting upset. I'm just bringing up the conversation because I just happen to have a copy. My original Pokemon Blue, I have it complete inbox. I am still a fan of the franchise. Back then, I thought I'm going to, or I did keep all my boxes. If I lost one, it was because it was, stuff happened. Got lost and moving and storing stuff in different places or whatever. But I tried to keep all my boxes. Anyways, Pokemon Blue, at the moment, complete in box, is sitting at $322.
Not bad.
Loose, $70. It's like you're buying a PlayStation 5 game.
I lost. So I had back, God, I don't remember when this was. I think it was pre Game Boy Advance.
Right.
I went on a vacation with my family. So I was pretty young. We were in a plane, and I took with me my Game Boy and all of my games. And I had a case with red, blue, gold, and crystal. I think I had a copy of silver and the TCG game and pinball, the original pinball game.
Hey, let's go.
So I had all of my Pokemon stuff, and I may have also had like Donkey Kong Land in there and a couple of other games. And I don't know what happened to it specifically, but my guess is that like it was on the ground or something and just like rolled because it was a pretty like cylindrical case.
Oh no.
And it just rolled, and so when the plane landed and we deboarded, I lost everything. So I don't have my original copy of anything. I did, however, years later purchase new copies of blue and gold. And when I did, it was roughly 30 to 40 bucks a piece. So it wasn't that bad.
Right.
It was a brief era where I was trying to get back, like I was trying to get into collecting video games, but then I realized I don't really care about collecting video games. I just liked playing them. So
Right.
I didn't collect that many of them, and most of them that I did,
as it should be, you know.
Yeah, most of them that I did collect were the ones that I like wanted to repurchase that I had did not have for one reason or another anymore. Always losing stuff. What the hell?
I didn't want to connect the two dots, but you did it.
I'm telling this story, and I'm like, losing my Game Boy, and then I also have been dealing with theft of my books. Which also, when I was in Library 2 earlier today, putting away books, and we just moved a. This is just an aside, but we moved a table in there. Because my sister gave me one of her kitchen tables or her dining room table because she was making an area for her babies to play in because she's about to have a second kid in a few months.
Nice.
And so she's like, "Oh, do you want this table?" And so we're like, "Yeah." And then we moved the table that we had into Library 2, and that table is massive. And so Library 2 is going to also be our Dungeons and Dragons room, basically.
Ooh.
And it's so I was calling it the dungeon, like this is the labyrinth, that's the dungeon. So it's going to be Dungeons and Dragons in the dungeon, or Dragons in the dungeon, or Dungeons squared and Dragons, whichever way you want to look at it. Anyway, I was sitting there, I was moving stuff around because I was putting books away, and I was like, how the fuck does someone steal like 35 boxes of Omnibus? Like, how does someone not notice? Like, I was just standing there thinking about how ridiculous that story is, and I was like, I wouldn't blame like half the internet for thinking I was fibbing, because that's crazy. Like,
it's already a niche hobby, so I get it.
Yeah, like, and that's, I think, why partially I never thought that would happen, because I'm like, who cares that much? And also, like, if you break in and see all that stuff, who's gonna be like, this is worth the effort to haul out?
Oh my god!
You know how freaking heavy those like the boxes were each like twice as big as this. Like, those boxes individually are so heavy
with multiple big books.
Yeah, and for that, like, and all in all, because I know that they sold at least partially to local shops here. They're not getting a ton for that stuff. Like, that's like taking it to like a half price books, and half price is like, oh, you brought us 50 omnibus editions, here's $1,000. Like, the amount that I guarantee they got is insulting to me. I'm like, damn, man, like, I hope that y'all did put stuff online just for the sake of me not feeling that shitty about, like, I hope that you really needed that money more than I did. That's more than I needed those books. That's, you know, I'm gonna say that. But how ridiculous is that? Like, I was just thinking about this, the actual, like,
the logistics of
it, and how, like, you'd get everything not get caught. Like, security just did not give a shit or something like that. Like, how do you not see people moving all these boxes. I don't know, it's so crazy. Like, it's like, how does that even happen? I don't like, it's so crazy that I almost like laugh and then I get mad, but I laugh about it because I'm like, this is just silly. This is like Looney Tunes ass shit. Like, I opened the storage and it was like empty, and it looked like a cartoon in my head, like someone like got home and their house had been robbed. When they opened the door, like, it's just like cobwebs and roaches and like a tumbleweed goes by. That's what it was like. It's like, close the door and open the door. Like, am I imagining? Like, am I dreaming? Like that? How I'm like, this is impossible. And they left my arcade cabinet also. So I'm like, okay, so the books were not too heavy, but the arcade cabinet, nah.
Right.
That's too much. That don't even think about that. Anyway, I just went on that aside because I was thinking about how crazy it was earlier.
It's giving that the workers stole your shit because it is weird that no one noticed.
I haven't said, yeah, it's crazy. I haven't
shit ever is wild to me.
I haven't said everything. Like, not that I'm keeping any information, but like that really matters, but just a couple of bits of information for my own like safety, I guess, for my own privacy about the whole situation. And if I was to talk about the exact everything about it, it would seem even more likely that people that worked there had stole the stuff, or that they were at least turning a blind eye.
Right.
Because of the exact, and you know everything, Gio. Like, you and like and Jess, I've run through everything with y'all and told you the whole story.
Mm-hmm.
So you know like what I would be saying, but like all the people who were like, oh, like there's nothing.
I know all the details. I'm not gonna say it, but yeah.
It really, 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 really does seem likely that it was an inside job, so to say. And I don't want to point fingers, but I think at the very least, again, the security guard on duty was turning a blind eye, because there ain't no way, like, given the situation and the setup, there's no way that this guy, unless he just was entirely incompetent at his job, which I will say is also kind of true.
Could be
Because
true.
of other situations, I will say that was kind of true. He might have been like tipped off and just been like, oh, who's taking stuff out of here?
I haven't seen anything.
I did also note that after that, there were people that, I don't want to say got fired, but were no longer working there. And I don't know on what side was that departure initiated. So quit, fired, laid off, won't know.
Wrong gift.
But there's a lot of weird shit there. And it sucks for me, but whatever. I'm getting my books back one at a time. Maybe I estimated 7 to 10 years before I rebuild all of that. Maybe we can get there in 5. We'll see.
Yeah.
I really, really think so. I really do. And I think like I'm going to have to follow up and like talk about the rest of it.
Damn, dude. 20K.
And you'll all be like, oh. And you'll also understand exactly why I needed to move as well.
This is very true. Hopefully in as little time as possible.
Yeah. I'm really thankful, because some of the stuff that I wanted to get back, and I was like, oh man, this is out of print. I didn't realize, but for instance, the Green Arrow Deluxe by Jeff Lemire, there's a new printing coming out like next month. And I didn't even know that. So I got upset. I was like, oh man, this is out of print. And then there's a new version coming out. So
it's all coming together. Don't worry about it.
They reprint stuff like Plastic Man, because I talked about that when I was on with Jess the other day, about how like
that was probably, yeah.
So fingers crossed that, happens.
One final question. Duo asks, "Hey guys, is Crunchyroll not? Man, we got to do like a deep dive on the Crunchyroll store. Is Crunchyroll not doing pre-orders on a lot of manga now? The new pre-order section hasn't updated in a month or so.
No.
Same with them dropping the discotheque stuff as well. It's a whole mess over there.
They are not carrying the vast majority of releases now. And if you look at their, like, they recently did their clearance, like inventory clearance sales, because they were just trying to get shit out the door. They are not carrying the majority of things. Like, they're probably not going to be a viable store pretty soon for most things.
So if you see something on clearance, you want to grab it, I would go for it. I'm in the site now, and by the way, I did not know that Discotheque was doing When They Cry Blu-ray releases.
It's not the original one, is it? It's like
it's Kai. When they cry, Kai and Rei. I don't know if I own those. I own the big, like the chunky Blu-ray box that was released ages ago. But I don't know what this is.
I have the season 1 through 3, like thick case.
Yeah, that one, yeah.
From Sentai, yeah.
Blah 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 blah. Is BNN and Amazon the place now for anime? Yeah, sure. I get my links through Blu-ray.com, and it takes me to the Amazon store. But for manga, InStockTrades.com, baby. Thank you. Shout out.
Yeah,
that's why I made the distinction of anime. That
I think that IST is the cheapest for manga releases in general. And they have, now that they've gotten their stuff figured out with distributors for Viz and Yen, they should have everything from they don't have a lot of backstock, but as far as new releases go, you should be seeing everything from the big four, so Viz, Yen, Kodansha, Seven Seas, as well as Dark Horse, Titan, and a few of the other publishers. Off the top of my head, I can't remember. They get most Tokyo Pop stuff, as far as I can see, and they get Kana, but not Kodama Tales.
Right. Because they did order City Hunter from IST.
Yeah, me too. They get Kana, they get Drawing Quarterly and Fantagraphics, of course, because those are comic publishers first, just like Dark Horse. Square Enix, they get stuff from Square Enix. So most of the publishers you will find through IST, and they do have discounts that are better than what you'll find typically at other places. Amazon can fill in the blanks for the rest of the stuff for you. Other stores, Merry Manga Company has a decent selection, and they have discounted prices as well. Yeah, Barnes and Noble, and you can get discounted prices there, especially if you have like subscription with them, the membership subscription. So there are still options. It's just, Crunchy effectively at this point killed the hopes and dreams of Right Stuff.
Bro, this is insane that they still have the Aniplex exclusiveness that Right Stuff once had, and now they have it. Obviously, because this is owned by Sony at the end of it. Cyberpunk Edge Runners, the full series, $123. And then next to it is the Gurren Lagann movie 4K disc, which has two movies, $135.98.
That's crazy.
Explain the pricing on those two things. What happened there?
That's wild, man.
I hate Aniplex so much. Good God. And then this bull crap of them being like, it's exclusive. Like, I know. Then why? And when you click on it, it says like they discounted the price. You don't discount the price if you're the only one selling it. If it
Yeah.
was on another store, then you could make the claim like, hey, we're lowering the price. But no. That said, I still need to own the I need that Kill the Kill box set, and I hate that it's Aniplex, but I need it because I love that series and I do want to own it.
Maybe
I'll probably never buy it, but man,
if you ever see it drop, then you know you have to jump on it because that means they're probably clearing it out.
I really wanted this Gurren Lagann 4K when it was coming out, and then I saw the price. I'm like, no, I'm good. Y'all can keep it.
That is the only, not that, but the Gurren Lagann series box set is, I think, the only Aniplex that I own.
Oh, that's right. You do own it. I forgot about that.
I bought that. I feel like they might have had a sale at one point where they dropped the price a little bit at least. And I was like, this is the lowest it'll probably go. And I jumped on it because I wanted to have it, you know, I wanted to have that in my collection. And because Full Metal Alchemist is also Aniplex, right? Yep, there it is.
Here it is. Yeah.
That's another one that I would love to have, but I just have a bootleg of the original version of the anime.
I am very fortunate that I've been collecting anime for a really long time. Before doing collected editions and manga and comics or whatever, I was doing anime since the DVD era. So I have Fullmetal Alchemist on DVD from Funimation, and then they did the Blu-ray for Brotherhood, and that's what I own. So I never bothered getting the Aniplex releases. That was a sad day when Funimation lost the license, but then again, Funimation is no longer with us. Now it's just Crunchyroll.
R.I.P.
Gurren Lagann, I have the series on DVD. Unfortunately, I will not be upgrading because I'm not going to pay $150 for this. Demon Slayer, the same thing. Demon Slayer was crazy because Funimation was still happening at the same time, so you could buy the really expensive box set or the cheap box set that was like $30 from Funimation. But now it's just Aniplex, unfortunately. And I wanted to highlight something here. What was it? I need to get this ReZero box set because I do have the previous seasons. This is a really cool Blu-ray that I don't want to get because it's Sentai, so I'm not going to pay
deep discount later.
Right. I'm not going to pay the full price here. Where the hell was it? I scrolled through it. Oh, I did not know they were doing Inuyasha vinyl. I am so excited for this. I kind of want this. So
you can pretend that you woke up at 3 a.m.
Yes, that is. You read my mind. I will play it at 3 in the morning.
have your stuff like set to go off at 3 in the morning.
Absolutely. God bless. I will do that. And then a TV monitor with the ending with the Ferris wheel.
And you gotta have like either a CRTV or have a filter to make it look like it.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Big Bad Toy Store has the vinyl record? What the hell?
They have random shit, dude. Like
they got omnibuses in here.
Yeah, they have omnis over there. And like with decent discounts. Not the best, but decent.
Omnibus. No, wait.
Oh, now they're hiding them from us.
Oh, here we go.
They had the Goon up there.
Officer Johnson. Oh, Goon? Yeah, look at that. They got Goon. They got manga. They do sell manga now. That's weird.
Manga bus.
So if I click on Kodansha, Gachakura, Akira. Hey, the Ghost in the Shell Legacy Edition manga box set. Let's go. That was recently on sale for more than 50% off at In-Stock Trades. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I was so pissed off. Sailor Moon, Attack on Titan, the definitive hardcover, Magnolia. This is the fairy tale art book. Look at that. Even Bastard Keiji. Damn.
I wonder if this is like this is probably very far from the truth, but it was something that I was thinking about recently. Like, if you had a business and you signed up with Diamond
Yeah, Mars.
or Lunar or PRH or whomever, so that you could order books for yourself from them
Yeah.
and get the distributor discount, so you get stuff at like 50+% off, and then you just like say that you have it available for people.
But it's really sold out.
Because because they have, all of them are not for discount. All of them I think are at their cover price, or maybe like slightly less, but I think they're at cover. And they just order maybe like one extra copy or something.
5 copies.
Yeah, they have like the fewest copies that they can have, and then they like, just so you can buy your own copy. That'd be the most like insane way to like do that for yourself, but it would be really funny.
Look at this. It's like I'm browsing through the other websites. What the hell? Initial D. What's up, dude? Okay. How do I brands anime? Anime? Oh, anime figures. Okay. Interesting. One day I would like, if the audience is up for it, I would like to stream just talking about anime figures. Why not?
Oh, speaking of other types of streams, I want to, because the idea was born on the last Thursday stream, I want to mention that I reached out to Yen about the board game for Delicious in Dungeon.
That's right.
And it is going to happen. They are going to send us copies of the game, and I've been reading through the instructions, and I figured out how we can play. And right now it's going to be the two of us, Colleen, Bean Queenie, and I believe that the friend from High Dive that brought me Maru-chan is going to be joining as well, because when we talked, they were like, "Ooh, if you have space," and I was like, "I'll let you know," because Will decided not to join the game. And I was like, okay, Will's not in, so I'll offer it to them. So that is going to happen. We don't have a date yet. I still need to request the copies to go to everyone else that's playing, but they are sending mine. So I will do a video on my channel where I'm going to show the game, do like a kind of a rundown of it real quick, and then announce the date for whenever we do the live play.
That's freaking go, dude. I'm excited.
We don't know the date yet, but when we do, you will talk about it.
I want this figure, by the way, of Nikaido, but it's $205. And I have to do a down payment right now for $20 if I want to get it.
I guess 20 is not bad for a down payment. I
have a Dorohedoro shirt with this illustration on it. Sometimes when I wear it, I'm like, should I be out and about with Nikaido flaunting her assets like this? And then I think, like, it's just a drawing. It's okay. And I forget about it. So let me scroll back a little bit here. What we were doing, I don't know. Goofing around. Shout out InStockTrades.com, Crunchyroll, all that fun stuff. We love them. Let me stop my screen there. There we go. We are almost out of here. Let me remind everybody. Oh, one final question here. I'm not going to pronounce it because last time I made a fool of myself. How do you pronounce this manga?
I'm not German, so I also bastardize it, but the closest that I can get without stressing my throat is Die Vergelder.
There we go. That sounds better than what I was going to say. This one's on hiatus for a really long time, right?
Yeah.
Because Wave Listen to Me, my favorite of Samura, is coming back. And then my copy of the volume 11, I think, just shipped. So I'm really happy about that. So anything's possible. We could see it return one day. Everybody should check out Wave, listen to me. It's a great series. If not, you can check out the anime, get a feel for it because it's really good.
Most people probably shouldn't check out Die Wergelder.
Right.
That one's
it's not for everybody.
rough.
You have that Nikaido on
Pre-order.
pre-order. Ooh, nice. Hey. Hollow Press has a Samura book coming out. Really?
It's one of his, I think it's a Guro book, isn't it?
Whoa. Cool. James, I didn't know you were here. The hell? Oh yeah, you were. Okay. Yeah. I just saw that you were here. Never mind. Jim Joe, what you got cooking up? Where can people find you on the internet and all that fun stuff?
Well, James is going to share my channel link so you can find me there if you don't already follow. And I finally got out a new buyer's guide video. Because of being busy with the move and all that, I skipped January, February, and March, but I put out the one for April, and included with the April one in the description, I put links for all of the slides that I would have used that James prepared for me for the January, February, and March videos. So if you want to check that video out and look back at all the new debut titles that came out in those first 3 months of the year to see if you might have missed something, that is there and available for you. But otherwise, I put out the new video, and I just with that IST haul that I showed earlier in the video, I now have, I believe all of my March stuff has arrived, albeit some of it was very late, obviously. So I am going to do a March haul video, my first haul video in, I think, like 2 years, maybe. And it's going to be both comics and manga.
Yeah.
So make sure to check that out to see everything that I hauled in March of 2026. And if you want to have a quick peek at the library as it is now, you can check out my April Fool's video where I did a little tour of what's out and showed that a lot of my stuff was still boxed up. But so yeah, we'll get more of that. Those I just need to get new shelves when I have some extra cash to do so. And I think that's about all that I got.
Nice.
What about you?
You posted about Hello Kitty. Hold on. Don't leave, everybody. Give me a minute. Hold on.
Hello
Who the hell was this?
Yes.
You posted about Hello Kitty. This is important, chat. I need to highlight it. Give me a minute. Let me find this thing. Blah 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 blah. Oh, when we were talking about video games, right? Oh my god. I got this. Hold on. You can find me on my channel, Manga Geekdom, where I talk about manga. I don't know when a new video is coming out, but there should be my new #1 previews video next week. That for sure is happening because I'm in the process of finishing that up. But I should post a review of something soon, so stay tuned. I can't find it. I'm sorry. Right? No. Hold on. Let me look one more time before we go. Okay. No, this is not it. It's about Lupin. Lupin the Third.
Lupin the Turd is more.
I can't find it. Whatever. But yes, thank you. 9:59 Eastern Standard Time. Oh my god. Okay. Under Shantae, Elden Ring. There's an Elden Ring movie happening. People are excited, I guess. 9:59.
I don't know shit about Elden Ring, so it was really funny because I looked at the pictures of the set and I clicked through and I was just I paused for a second and it took my brain a second to catch up with the fact that I don't know anything about Elden Ring. So I don't know how to judge the pictures. And it's in my head, I was looking at it, wanting to come up with an opinion. And I was I don't have an opinion on this. And then I just It was a bizarre, like, internal moment for me. I was like, I don't know anything about this, and I turned away.
Same. Ooh, I found it. Ooh, you guys might remember that IDW is putting out a Sanrio Hello Kitty comic. Sure, I'll show it. Why not? I assume this is the cover, right? Because you see Best Boy Keropi in the cover, and there are a bunch of variants, as to be expected. Take a look. Out of these, I'm most excited for the one where she's drawing her own comic manga. That's very cute.
I would.
And, yeah, go ahead.
One of the ones where you can better make out Pom Pom Purin.
This one where they're like floating in the universe or something. That one's pretty.
And then the bottom left, but the top right has what's his name, Hung Yodon.
Yeah, he's there.
That's also cool, but I don't think that any of them have big challenges.
No,
I don't want to confirm that statement because I can't see all of them. He's so happy just to not be included.
That, honestly, that's me sometimes. I feel that. I get that vibe. And then check this out. Here's the solicit for Sonic the Hedgehog and Godzilla #1. I love this main cover so much. I need it as a phone wallpaper thing. And the variants, they all look great. I want to get all of the singles. I'm going to try and get the collected edition as well whenever it happens. So
Speaking realistically, as a fan of both franchise,
who would win?
Sonic's done.
Godzilla wins every single time.
There's no way. There is no freaking way. And I know you could argue it depends on which version of Godzilla and maybe even which version of Sonic, but like there's no competition here.
No, yeah, I agree.
Rip Sonic, but Knuckles, he could beat it. Knuckles could do it. Like, I'm Knuckles, tougher than leather.
Pumpkin Hill.
Be like,
man, I can't wait. I hope they make figures out of this because it'd be fun to get a Godzilla figure.
I hope that Godzilla gets the Chaos Emeralds and transforms.
Super Godzilla, and he's like Super Saiyan blonde. The dorsal fins are like radiating aura. Like
they grow, like the fins get really big, and he gets another head.
Yeah.
And he starts floating. Like he can fly and stuff.
Sonic would win. His fandom is more powerful. His fandom is eccentric and eclectic. So
I don't think I would say powerful is not really the right adjective for that one.
More like vocal, eccentric, and eclectic.
Yeah, but powerful, I don't know.
So if Godzilla were to cross over with somebody else, I would want them to cross over with Mario.
And we're getting the
Mario Brothers.
Predator versus Planet of the Apes also.
Yeah, I don't know how the damn apes are gonna try and defeat a predator Yautja. Good luck with that.
I mean, it seems to work out. Yeah, it's once like Sonic runs out of his rings, it's over.
Yeah,
but go ahead. It seems to somehow always work out for the whoever's against the predator. Like someone always winds up surviving.
Damn it.
I'm wondering, I wonder though, are they going to use the canon Planet of the Apes characters? Which era are they going to be in? What timeline are they going to be in? Like, are they going to be in the original, the prequel timeline? Are they going to randomly throw a wrench in the whole thing and be in the Tim Burton movie with Mark Wahlberg. Like,
Oh my god. Can you imagine?
Are they going to be in the ape version of Washington D.C. with Abraham Lincoln statue?
Abraham.
It's clearly not that. It's clear, like
It looks like a combination of OG films and the more CG ape from the current series.
Nothing like it has ever been on the Planet of the Apes before. It came for the thrill of the hunt. It picked the wrong apes to hunt.
Oh no.
I will always root for the Yautja. I am a hardcore fan of Predator movies. So sorry. You damn stinky dirty ape.
Maybe we'll see an ape get maybe they'll have that armor from the last Predator before Prey, the one that was just called the Predator, I think.
The Predator, yeah.
Yeah, maybe they'll get that armor from the Predator, and then one of the apes will like have Yautja armor and go head to head.
All right, they're going with classic. That's what it seems like from this cover.
Should be fun. I want to read it.
Yeah, it's going to be a time and a half is what it's going to be. I'm in.
I'm so in on that one. And they need to then do Alien versus Predator versus Planet of the Apes, and then Alien versus Predator versus Ash versus the Army of Darkness versus
put all the verses together
versus Terminator versus Prometheus.
Planet of the Apes versus Fantastic Four are using the OG apes from the first movie. That makes sense.
I think most of them are using the original film versions of the apes. Like most crossovers have used that one. I don't know if there's a specific like licensing thing where that's the version that they have to use or not. But it seems like they did a Star Trek one, didn't they?
Yeah, with and the Green Lantern one.
And the Green Lantern one, and I think all of them they used the classic versions from the movies.
Is there such a person who's both a big Mario and Sonic fan? It's always one or the other, but not both. But if I had to choose, Sonic 100% of the way. But I love Mario just as much. So I love everything. I try to not have any sort of hate in my heart for things, especially of pop culture. So, but I've always been a fan of everything. And Mario, Sonic, there's no hate in me. And I lived through the era. The Sonic versus Mario era of the 90s. I remember the bloodbath in the schoolyards when it came to that. But I dug them both.
I like Mario games better, but I like Sonic media better.
Right.
Like Sonic show, like cartoon shows, the movies, not the IDW Sonic as much because I already said I wasn't a huge fan, but like the older stuff, I would say I like that better than like Mario manga and stuff that I've read.
Ooh, Predator versus the Toho universe. I would tune in for that for a little bit.
Predator versus Star Wars Bounty Hunters.
There you go.
Versus Gigan.
We'll see what happens. All right, for real now. We're out of here. It's late. Thank you everybody for joining. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. We'll be back on Monday for another epic installment of Omnibros Live here on the Omnibus Collectors Network. Have a great rest of your week. Have a great weekend. God bless. Stay safe out there. Peace and love. Thank you everybody. No Toothless. He's resting up. We'll be back on Monday. So thank you all so very much. Oh, here's my channel. Thank you, James. Forgot about that. And the Discord. If you want to join, Discord's a lot of fun. You can contact us there. And that's it. We'll be back on Monday and then Tuesday and then Thursday. We'll do it all over again. Another fun week of epic videos here on the channel. So thank you all for tuning in. Stay safe. Good night. Catch you on the next stream. Bye.